Welcome everybody. Nikki, Deli, thank you so much. Max, Michael, Vivian. Everybody, picky, get your roll on. Welcome, Cece. Let's read the energy for today. What's a good way to scan the energy? Welcome, Christy, Diane. I fall asleep to you almost every night. Enjoy the relaxing vibes. Thank you so much. We just had to remember to practice too. Take your time to breathe. Don't take today for granted. Changing your life takes one day at a time. Giddily. Don't ever mess with Guzing. Guching. Welcome, Thomas. Cece. Morgan is here. Isa. Toaster. Gotta take it slow. I think we need an organ. Try to add some more. Let's see. What do we got? Swirly. Electronic antique electric piano. Possibly. Sorry about that. Vintage keys. Ooh. Let me type the word organ in. Welcome everybody, Claire and James. I thought it was... Welcome, Naz. I'm essentially meditating right now. Welcome, Marley. your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean Welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Keep things centered. Keep your dreams alive. Sometimes you have to fight for your dreams. Well, because that's why it's called your dream. You have to earn it. Welcome Raven, Faye, Deli. Bienvenidos a todos. See what this is like. The more people can learn about the effects of sound healing, please advise on how to deal with abusive, toxic adult siblings. I posted this cry for help before yesterday. Yet today was another difficult day. It's a nightmare to settle my parents' estate with them. It looks like you're not getting something, sister. But let me get some background to support our vibe, our uplifting vibe. Looks like we have to go to battle a little bit here. Battle time. It's time to duel. Something you're not getting. You cannot do the same thing and expect different results. When you do that constantly, people read you like a book, you're predictable, they play you like a fiddle. Do you like to be a fiddle violin? Sometimes I do. But I choose to play the violin. I don't let somebody else use me. If you don't want somebody to play the violin, you gotta close the case and walk away. Maybe you don't know how to do that. I have a huge broken blood vessel in my eye because of this situation. Your human eye can be broken, but your spiritual eye see through all the BS. But yours is, you're all the way down here. All the way. Tuk, 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 tuk. How do you cope with your stress? When you get home from stress, what do you do? She says, I try to go for walks but exhausted and go to sleep. If you're that stressed out about it, why don't you just walk away? Take nothing. If you begin this process with your inheritance, if the beginning looks messy, if you have a part of the messiness, you're going to be in this mess for a lifetime. Why not just take nothing and just be upfront? It's so stressful. I don't want to have anything to do with this because it's your mom or dad. Just say your parents live in your heart, the real property you already have. I don't need the stuff. And then walk away. Give them a treasure that they never asked for, and it's called wisdom. They don't have to take the wisdom, but eventually it will click to them. But you have to make a deal with them. You want nothing to do with this. You're out of anything that has to do with situation. You don't want anything to do with it. Don't tell me about it. Don't talk to me about it. Keep it with just you guys. If you get involved messy, if the beginning looks messy, the end is going to be even worse. I.e., someone asked me to do a music video for them for free, no pay. I collaborate with artists a lot as a videographer in the past. They were very difficult to videographer for free. So much work involved in disorganization. And at the end of all my hard work, I helped direct it, I helped shoot it, I edit it, and at the end, he asked to take full credit. All volunteer work, all from the heart, and then zero credit. I had a decision to make. I can use this ending point to never ever collaborate with this again and walk away. I didn't want any money. There was no money anyways. I didn't want any credit. I just wanted this toxic person out of my life. They tried calling me for years and I still don't pick up. Eventually they stop calling because they know what they lose is something beyond. But when you learn to let go, you let go all the way. You want to have nothing to do with this situation. It's not personal. You want to take your peace and power back. They don't know better than to be a manipulator. They use people. You're in the same boat. It's not the stuff, it's the emotional abuse of their action. I want to walk away. Why is it so hard? Because you're scared to stand up for yourself. You're scared of what they'll judge and the repercussion. So you have to learn how to speak up front. Basically, you need to have some guts, or else you're going to be living a nightmare, which you currently are because you don't know how to say no. Get up walk out and be honest. That's it. Like, I'm honest with you right now. Right? There's some determination, there's focus, there's drive. It's not easy. You telling us this about your family, that it's not about the money, but it is about the material. You don't want the material. Imagine this. Your parents didn't leave you material inheritance. Your parents left you wisdom, and you're about to wake up and stand up and walk away. That's the wisdom you get from your parents' inheritance. You have to see it that way, my sister. Your brothers are in it for the material. You don't, but you're in this mess, but you don't know how to stand up for yourself. Well, get in this situation, you get to stand up and leave. And just tell them straightforward, y'all so toxic, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Keep everything. I don't want to have anything. And that's it. I'm the same way as you. The first time I stood up for myself, it was very scary and emotional because I was always somebody who was a yes person. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. You're finally getting to say no where it matters. You're just not choosing it yet. But you could. You could. And it's up to you. Me walking away means quitting my job too. I work for my brother, so it's a 1 to 2 punch to walk away. Okay, go ahead and live in hell. Yeah, just be miserable then. Yeah, just make an excuse to be miserable, stay the same. Don't change. You don't have to be happy. You're welcome to be miserable, not stand up for what you believe. Just be scared all your life. Is that the kind of life you want to live? Is it worth it to choose mediocrity over your peace and happiness? When there's a will, there's a way. But right now, you don't believe in that saying, when there's a will, there's a way. You don't believe there's a way, I'm stuck. No, there's a way. You just don't believe in it. Welcome Brandon, Seashell, Danny, Santos, Laylee, Canada. No one said this would be easy, and no one said you're gonna get fired. Right. We don't know what is your situation with job and family inheritance. But one thing you could do, you can say, I don't want to do with this, but I still want my job. It's stressful and I'm not sleeping terribly. My mental health is bad. Y'all deal with it. Goodbye. If you want to fire me, let me know so I can find a new job. Straight up, like, you have to use the masculine energy, sister. You have to just be blunt. That's why I'm blunt with everybody. I don't have time to beat around the bush. There's a lot of people to help. You can do it. I already know. But it's up to you. Are you going to take the leap of faith? You're saying, I understand. You're right. I think about it all day, every day. What you gonna do about it? Make a plan. You need to be clear about your actions, so you need to write on paper what the issue is. Okay, I'm stressed out over this situation, still want the job. right? You still want the job, but you don't want to have, and just be clear. They're going to ask why. Then you just tell them why. Be clear so that you're not like, oh no, they're gonna ask me questions and then I don't know. Have a plan so you know how to respond. You can sit there and visualize what they would want to ask so you have mental preparation instead of just blindly being like, make a plan on how to respond. What's not working out right now? Your partnership with your brothers. The job's working out. Maybe it's not, but you're staying there because you have low standards. That's possible. Maybe it's great. Okay. Your inheritance thing, you don't want to have anything to do with it. It's stressful. You don't want the stuff. Just tell them, I don't want this. Y'all take it. Take everything. I'm not. Right? You take complete control. I'll see you at work. Just be upfront. And if there's any issues, tell them. Right? And so before talking to them, just be clear about everything. Write it down. Review it. And then visualize yourself being upfront about your situation. I had to do this in the beginning. I had to plan a lot of conversations because I was so sheltered growing up. So I needed to learn social skills, and I had to learn it through YouTube. I learned on YouTube how to socialize with people because I was so sheltered. Okay? So the way I'm engaging with you, I had to go study it because I was just so in a box, didn't know how to have boundaries, right? Didn't know how to be direct sometimes, but of course that things change. I learned better skill, better communication skill, better boundary skills. They're not gonna like it because it's gonna make them feel guilty. They're gonna make you want to stay. Make sure you have a response for that. My response would be no thank you. I'm completely happy not being involved in this situation, but good luck on everything. You have to have grace at the end. Always end on a positive gratitude note. Right? Always end on a positive note, wishing people for the best so that there's a harmonious intention instead of a disharmonious one. If you end it in a disharmonious way, strings will be attached, guilt. Thank you so much for giving me the time and counsel. And we hope for the best for you, Sister Valentine. That's why we have community. Support each other, be kind to each other, be patient. When you have wisdom, you share with people in the community and their life gets better. It's a little flute art for Valentine on YouTube. knowing the nature of your brother and sister, they will come after you. But you keep your faith and compassion high and be upfront. Make sure everything is honest, clear, and straightforward. Make sure everything's on the table. There's no strings attached, no manipulative games. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. Right? On Christmas, no expectations. Everything is just gonna be peaceful and loving. Right? Just you know how they are, and learn how to use wisdom to bring things up. Right? That's it. But make sure everything in your heart, and know that their habits, right? And learn to be honest when it hurts. Not just you. Sometimes the honesty is gonna hurt them, but you have to look them in the eye and just say it. Take everything over. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm really stressed out. I'm just gonna choose to be out, no strings attached. I don't want to have anything to do with this. And I wish the best for you. And let them know with sincerity, eye to eye like this. If you're not doing the eye to eye, they don't think you're serious. They're gonna come and manipulate you again. But the boldness helps them to understand we ain't effing around today. Right? And make sure you're clear with yourself. No matter what happens in their life, no matter if they find success, they gain more money, you don't care. Right? You don't want to look back and go, oh, I should. You have to be all in or all out. You don't want to be like, oh. And don't do it because I tell you to. Do it because it makes sense to you. We don't want people coming to blame me because of your life. Right? Sit there and analyze, is this make sense? Is it true? Right? There will be no relationship. They will cut me off before apologizing for lying, stealing and gossiping. I know walking away means goodbye forever. That's what you think. But that is not how family karma works. The ego will say forever. But if you have karma involved, which you clearly do, the universe will always bring you back because you have karma involved. Yeah, from a distance. You're not going to be buddy-buddy, pinky holding, walking around on the great playground again. Like, yeah, let's eat ice cream. Like, hey, what's up? Things are going to be different and more stern because you know those people. Your family can be manipulative, but they're still your people. Right? Just have a great distance. I call this loving people from a distance. Sometimes your family is so toxic, but you wouldn't exist without them. But you can love them from away, like, oh, what's up? You stay over there, please. What's up? You know what I mean? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda, way? You have to have boundary. You know what I mean? How can it help you this time? Don't, you know what I mean? Whenever somebody's like that, I don't play around with. When I know somebody's manipulative and toxic, I behave a lot different. I'm a lot more quiet around manipulators. Because they know I'm watching, so they don't act up around me. And I don't go buddy-buddy with manipulators. They throw a smile and all this, I already know the game. Because why? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. If you know somebody is a manipulator constantly, but in front of you they're doing all smiley, that's called energetic boundaries. You already know who's not good for your life. You just have to know how to stand up in boundary. But of course, when you know who they are, when you don't know who they are, be open. But as you are around people, you know how your family is. That's the master. The master taught me that. If somebody's a manipulator and you're constantly manipulating, but they don't manipulate you, sooner or later they will. Unless you pay attention all the time. And that's why with people who are like that, you have to be centered. There's no letting your guard down. That's why I don't hang around manipulators, scammers, thieves. I used to because I didn't know better. It's called hanging out on the streets. I guess they need friends too. Explaining the truth of why I'm walking away isn't going to go well. And that's what needs to happen. The truth. The ego hates the truth, and they'll resist. That's why, I'm constantly kind and nice. But I have this tool called the flaming hammer. I don't always bring the flaming hammer out. But there's a time where the dragon has to come out and blow some fire. And the reason I'm goofy and calm, because there's a time I learned how to use my fire. There's an appropriate time to use the fire. That's why the community is peaceful, because they know I could get into it. Right? You gotta stand up for yourself when you need to. And at this time, Sister Valentine, You need to bring out a little dragon. You need to bring out a little baby Hulk smash, but not violently. It's more about the courage, right, to stride towards the truth, even when you have obstacles blocking your stallion, right? The horse is galloping towards the sunlight to be free, and here comes your brothers, and all you do is just keep jumping and cheer into the sky. Kiss my pony. And so you have to learn to study how to be clear, plan things out, visualize talking to your brothers, and mean it. The reason I can talk to a camera and visualize you here because I'm not talking to the lens. I'm talking to you visualizing, which took years to cultivate. Right? In the beginning, it's like, hello. But whenever you learn how to cultivate, right, and stride towards the sunrise, all things are possible. Welcome. I have already worked on my traumas, but I feel sometimes my body remembers it. When I read your first sentence, I know your work's not complete. The people who heal their trauma never say, I've already done working on my trauma. I'm already done working on my trauma. Like, who says that? The ego would say that. And then you say, but I feel so my body still remembers. Because when you learn to work, when you learn to heal and face your pain, that pain becomes a treasure of wisdom and love. And the pain and sadness in life becomes your like booster in life. It's like a catapult. You finally turn the sadness and the heaviness that's negative into the heaviness of joy. So it's like a giant like catapult of positive energy. Boing. And you're like Neo. Right? You're like Neo in the Matrix. That's what happens when you face the deep trauma. You end up finding the treasure. So you transmute, you transform the negative thing, and you fly. Boing. So there's no like, I've done worked on my trauma, but I still... Because all the sadness stories are going to be able to be used to help people who've been through your situation. I help people become sober all the time here because I used to not be sober as hell. plant medicines, go to the club, EDM, not sleep for a couple days, eat terribly, of course, go to the club every day, 4 to 5 times a week, karaoke bar, street racing on the way, never driving speed limit. You drive speed limit? Yeah. I was always at the Genji's, the Roxy, Stereo Live. Luckily, I was hanging out with the urban Asian Southwest types. Let's just straight up call it what it is. The ghetto Asians. Because that's my people. Right, that's my people. One month sober from grass for the first time in 5 years. Shout out to John Dre. Are you able to bring your wisdom to your old crew? I tried for like 3 years and I realized no. Some people won't be spiritual and gain spiritual depth this lifetime. Which is okay. Kind of sad to say, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I tried to help my friends for years and they did not want any of it. So I slowly just stopped showing up to every party. I finally got my license after 50 years. Congrats. Finally. I still console my friends from time to time. They know what I'm doing is deep, and so through my transformation, they don't know how to talk to me. Because when I look at people's eye, they know I see through their BS instantly, so they feel really awkward. Because I don't know how to not, like, I let the universe use me on a daily basis. So when I talk to somebody, I look in their eye, I already know what's going on in their life. And they know it too. And so I try to just be gentle. By the way you're typing, you can tell how people's life is going right now. Everything is your signature, your energy. But the only reason the universe used me is because I just want to help people live a good life. It's not to manipulate people or to make I'm not better than people. We're all brothers, sisters. It's just some people you have karma with, and some people you have less karma with. We're all one, so we have some sort of karma, but some people ain't here right now. Some people, and then when you swipe, there's another community. They're not over here. Different karma. My water. I'm stuck in this position. I guess I have to levitate. Tomorrow. Not right now. Thank you, Crying Black Pearl. Are we born with karma or born into a clean slate? Well, let's really think about it. For you to be born, something have to cause you to be created. Your parents had to fall in love or get jiggy with it. Well, why did they get jiggy with it? Was it a one-night stand? Were they in love? They wanted to create you? There's karma involved already from the beginning. And so how you were born, was your mother happy with herself or was she traumatized? Did your father want to have you? And is he spiritual, non-spiritual? So all these things, cause and effect is always happening. But this is called the human experience. What's beyond the human experience? Nothingness. Non-nothingness. The nothingness that is so nothing, you can't even describe it. Even us talking about nothingness is talking about something called nothingness. But when we just be, are we being or are we conceptualizing the being? Are we perceiving being or are we just being? Are we using observation, the word, or doing it? I don't know. Maybe none of this makes sense. Best thing ever. How do you feel about hypnosis? Some people are living a life of hypnosis. They're just unaware of everything. They don't even know why they're lost, why they're sad, why their life's not working out. Ignorance is a form of hypnosis. You just don't know. You just follow the dopamine. You follow the entertainment. You follow what the TV says, but you never follow your heart. What is the heart? Yes, that's the heart, but the heart we're talking about is something beyond. What is that beyond thing? Love, of course. But this love is already within you, and it's beyond the physical. Your energy. Prove to me it's real. It's already here. There's nothing to prove. But why don't I feel it? Because you're in your head. You're not here. You think you know everything. Has the audio start tripping? Or is it okay? Okay, let me know because I heard something. Alright, dun. Here we go. Do you have the ability to use the sustain pedal? I have to buy it. So yeah. Yeah, there's actually a sustain input. I just don't use it because maybe I'm missing out. It's like 10 or 20 bucks. Good night, Sister Cece. How are you feeling today? In the moment. What do you think about acupuncture? It works, but you have to find a real, legit master, which takes time to find. And the best way to find great teachers is to find great students. To find great students, you have to find good students. Then the good students will show you where the good people hang out. And in a group of good students, there will be a few great students. And in a few great students, they're going to find you to where the masters are. Or you grow with them. It's actually that simple. And then you go see where the teacher is and you decide, is this teacher legit? If it's not legit, then you go to the next thing that you feel that your heart is called to. Every journey has its lesson and wisdom. Pedal is a must-have. Yeah. I did not grow up playing the piano at all. It's the last thing I thought I would be playing, but here I am. Keyboard, piano music. It's still like, you're really doing this? Yeah. And it's because it has the easy chord mode. I'm playing piano with training wheel, but I'm really playing the flute. So everything's here to support the flute. That's why I don't need to know too much piano, because welcome Empress Mo. I just focus on the flute mainly, and it's dope. It's a great vibe. I played piano for 12 years. Shout out to Raven. I'm listening to you while I chill. Thank you. The only thing I learned on the piano is chopsticks. Yeah. The keyboard here has an easy chord mode, allowing me to play chords effortlessly so that I can make accompaniment music. Thank you, Julie. I was gifted my keyboard. Its nickname is Casper because sometimes it works and sometimes no. Casper. Nice to meet you sometimes. Do you like Drew Wigman? Don't know who that is. Do you know about the Maori flute? I think people have told me about it. But then the only thing I really recently been into is the duduk. Duduk. I'm aware I could just... It'll take me about a week. Just more about money. Do I really need one more flute? Not right now. Thank you. My first song was Heart and Soul. Welcome, Arkansas. Silly. Welcome, Mallory. My brother played one half and we would switch. It's a duet. Oh, it's a duet song. The first time I really got into sound healing, I watched the YouTube channel Temple Sounds, and I became mesmerized because he was surrounded by like 30 singing bowls. Some was on the ground, some golden gongs, and I have never seen anything like that. I was like, okay, this is cool. Yeah, it's hot in Texas. Singing bowls, right? I was like, dude, I thought instantly, how much would that cost? I look on the website, and one singing bowl is like $300. I'm like, damn. One set is in like the thousands. I'm like, damn. You didn't have sound healing emphasized from going to the temple? Other than chanting, the Thai temple I grew up in didn't really play the gong. Oh, yeah. I played Thai classical instruments. But we just did it like we read notes. We read the note and we played songs that were pre-written. Yeah. The main thing I did was play the drums, and that was really repetitive because we would play as a large group and there's children involved. The children can only play non-difficult songs. So I often played the same songs, but from time to time you play with the teachers and then they would play more difficult songs. But nobody would want to play the drum, so I just played the drum because nobody it was something that I could do that nobody wanted to practice that much, right? Because a lot of kids don't want, like, it's a really grounded instrument that some people don't appreciate, but it's a necessity, right? It really adds earthiness, right? The earthiness from the drum, hand drum, right? In the Thai drum, they call it the Indian drum because the drum actually, it's more Indian drums. They literally call Indian drum gong kak. You played drums in high school. And so I spent years doing that. I played the flute a little bit. But as I got older, many people did not stay to help with the band, with the temple, leaving just a couple of us to do all the dancing, all the music, a lot of hard work. I didn't know it would lead me to more music and more stage presence, you can say. Right? I've definitely performed on live national TV before in Thailand, but I didn't really, that's not like this. Just music on stages. I've even messed up terribly in front of a giant crowd because I didn't really practice. But you can fake it really well. People don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. But if you just keep looking like you're having fun, no one really cares that much. And the dance that we did was more folksy, so just like jamming. Alright, just jamming. And so because we did that same dance for years. Like if you weren't in spirituality, you would be a humorist. A humorist. Because I have a funny bone. Sit down comedy. I love tempo sounds too. The sound healing path shows me. I had seen crystal bowls and I wanted to do sound healing, but I didn't want to do it the way everyone else was doing. I mean, I tried to go in a yoga studio and yes, the humorist. Right? So I have friends who are yoga teachers, and they invited me to go do sound bath for their yoga event, or some of my friends they hosted painting events. So as people paint, we would meditate, and then I would do crystal bowls for them. I never thought it would be my full-time. Mystic Village wasn't a sound healing. That wasn't the intention. The intention was just authentic community. The music was always a part of it, but never a major part. I mean, I guess it was a major part because it's more like jamming, drum circle, like a gentle, fun drum circle. And then we would drink tea, positive affirmations, and just chill. Not so much discipline. I would just be a good host, but I wouldn't like mentor people. But people would come to me to ask for questions and they would get a great answer. But I always showed up to play the crystal bowls at different events. Tibetan bowls, different events. Many people have crystal bowls. I was looking at where do I fit in sound healing. I didn't know the universe wanted me to create my own thing. I was always trying to support people in their thing. I never thought, why don't I start my own group? And now you see 200 people showing up at the park past Sunday. HTX meditation has been going on for like 5 years now. And the online is blossoming as much as the local mystic village, which is HTX meditation. And all I did was just show up with crystal bowls. Before starting HTX meditation, I showed up to Unity Church and I just played in the courtyard. Are you going to play the crystal bowls for your... Well, I let Sister Emily take over my set of crystal bowls. She has the rainbow set. And I have the frosted set. And I let her combine the sets. Because we don't need 2 crystal bowl practitioners in the group. I thought she was going a long time ago. Now, I can always take the crystal bowls back. For sure. If I want to use it online. But it doesn't match my energy anymore. The crystal bowls, it helps you become more feminine. I have a lot of feminine energy. Tibetan bowls balance me better because it helps me to be more masculine. Since I'm naturally more feminine by nature, balancing my energy with a bit more Tibetan singing bowls is better for me. Sister Emily's very masculine, so she needs something delicate and angelic to match her energy. Right. If you had a 5th person in your group, what would they play? The guitar? Because Sister Emily plays the keyboard already, or is learning. We don't have somebody who plays guitar locally, so I think that eventually will happen. We need an audio engineer. Currently, I'm doing the audio engineering most of the time. We have people who are interested. It's just when it's time, the universe will open that door. You can't force it, I really have an appreciation for most music genres, says Raven. It's easier to exclude with me. About the only music I would exclude is bad rap or anything overly negative. Yeah. Bad rap. I know what you mean. But there's a lot of bad of everything too. But that's like sometimes that's somebody's beginning, I could listen to it. I just don't like it. Like if you went on SoundCloud back in the days. And actually, people make great music all the time. Because part of being seen is more than just making great music. It's about who you are and how you share. And how to be seen, right? I think that is another challenge. How to be seen, how to share your music with the world using social media. And what's the cost of going viral? Do you lose your authenticity? It's up to you. Can you get rid of negativity? What do you mean? Like, negativity is something that the mind perceives, which is a real thing. But in the moment, it just is. With your humanness, yeah, there's negative people. For real. But the people are negative because we perceive them negatively. Well, why are they negative? Because they've been abused. They've been used. They've been lied to. And then they behave that way. It's not their environment and the people around them is negative, making them that way. But for you to have that level of compassion, you can only to help people who's open to your help. You may want to help negative people, but that negative person may not be ready to hear you. I don't go looking to help people. I hold the intention of helping people, and people come to me instead. When you do a good job, you don't go looking for people to help. People come to you looking for help. Because you're effective, so that's why they ask questions. Thai people or not, ฉันเป็นคนไทย ฉันเกิดอาศัยอยู่ในชาติอื่น What's up, man? เป็นคนไทยโตที่เท็กซัส สวัสดีครับน้องชายหรือว่าพี่ชาย Give your 10-year... Oh, how do you find out if you're more yin or yang? Just look at how you are on a daily basis. Are you somebody who's always driven to do something? Trying to get your goals done, and you're not fulfilled if your goals are not met? Are you more determined? Courage? Are you a fighter? Everybody has both yin and yang. Everyone. But some of us lean more towards a certain energy. Right, more fire. Because even though you have a lot of fire, you still have you have some gracefulness too. And the weird part is some people who are extroverted are the most emotional people. They sometimes look like they aren't because they're doing a lot, but deep down they're really insecure sometimes. And they're doing a lot to make sure you don't know how they really feel. The quietest people sometimes can be the strongest emotionally, but they also don't know how to use their voice as a boundary, right? And so they look like an easy target for manipulators. So there's all these balances, but when you see the nature of yin and yang, you start to see how to help yourself first and others. And it's the concept I use in everything that I do. Right? So which are the qualities that are this would be what? Yang, bright, right? And this one would be yin. But if you compare this to this is more yin, and this one is less yin. Or this is yang and yin, right? So they're both in the yin nature, but this one is leaning more towards brightness. Right? That technique, this technique is yin. This technique is yang. Someone could be loud. Loudness is considered yang. But with human beings, we have emotion. This person could be negatively yang, complaining. And this person could, thank you so much for my life. Positive yang. But only you know if this is authentic or not. You can label yourself positive yang, but deep down, you have fear in your heart. Thank you so much for my life. Even though I'm really sick, I believe in myself. Like, ugh. You pray from fear and you don't know it sometimes. Pray with love, gratitude with love, thanksgiving, authentic and joyful. And sometimes you're just really sad. Freaking be sad. Sometimes we're sad and we pretend we're not because we're scared that people would judge us. Yin isn't grateful and positive. Yin is just a quality that's more submissive. Yin is the moonlight. The positive and negative, that's more of the human experience of things, right? Everything, because human beings have emotion. We have joy in life. We're not, yeah, they'll judge us for sure. But beautiful thing is all judgment is self-judgment. Because it comes from here. Thinking that other people judge you, it's you thinking. And that's okay. Just let it go quickly. It's okay, sometimes we judge ourselves because we know we could be better. The best way to balance self-judgment is improving action, right? Is be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the change for you. When you see a hot guy or a hot girl and your ego wants them, it's not that you want them, you're inspired by their energy that the ego wants. And the best way to attract that kind of being is to embody the things that you want. Stop wanting and start being. Right? The low end is being blown up. Oh. Yes, I have the EQ. I bump the audio up sometimes. Is it blown out bad? Not that bad, man. Yeah, let's lower it a bit. For example, whenever you judge yourself, it's fine that you judge yourself, but then also improve it. Because criticizing ourselves, knowing we could improve, but we don't do it yet. So go ahead and improve. There's nothing wrong with self-criticism because you know that you could be better, but also learn to be happy with all the things you've done to get here. But don't just sit on that. Be better every day. Be better every day. Be the change you wish to see in your life, or you'll just be the complaint, be the judgment. Don't end at judging yourself, end with action that improve your life. But the ego loves to be lazy and only likes to move the lips. And that's okay. You have the free will to do nothing and blame and blame and blame. You have the free will to not be responsible for your life. And it'll be the same because you didn't do nothing. If you need to manipulate people or use people for your life to improve, you end up needing to use people all the time. And then you wonder why the people that are good to you, why they leave you. Because you're somebody who uses people. That's why they leave you. And sometimes those people don't know better because their parents taught them how to use people. I've seen it. I see it. That's the best they know. So that's why you have to step away from manipulative people because that's their nature. And sometimes we manipulate people because we've been manipulated by people, so we're just paying it forward negatively, which is what we want to stop. It's called the wheel of samsara. The cycle of suffering can stop with people who awaken and aware instead of ignorant and close-minded. But we don't want to use those words because they'll offend the ego. We just say, when people who don't know better don't do better. But when you know better, you do better. And that's a very common saying. But many people know better, but don't do. You know a lot. You read the 5 love languages, the 4 agreements, the power of now, and do nothing. Read more books. Light it up again. Stop judging people. Oh, nothing. Welcome, Ox5. You're on kick today. We got. Welcome, higher frequencies. We got Yafrazi and Brother Adam up in here. I had to come visit from my home side. Today is a big day for me. I remember you hitting verification and how much it. Beautiful. No cooking, only reading. Verification, you mean like on Kick? Yeah. I recently got, I guess, affiliation, right? I got affiliate on Twitch, now on Kick. But that's a long time ago on Twitch. Oh, verified, yeah. Okay, thank you. Welcome, James. Perfect time to watch the sunrise. We got Heaven's Daughter. I want great love for my beloved. And what if your beloved has great love already? Let me get some water and then I'll do some music. Grace asks how many bowls. Y'all really, I guess we'll count together. There we go. This is every bowl that plays. I'm supposed to give this one to Jenny, but I haven't seen her in a while. But I guess, yeah, I needed water. Here we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. Doing. Hey, welcoming brother Arise. Does that count to 22? These two are my oldest one. I gave one bowl to Grace, and then now that we're together, it's mine again. And this is the one that I mainly kept. For my first set. She's doing mostly good. She still has gut issues, so we'll see. She needs to get some testing done. She just had digestion issue, which she's had before. And I think she's better because she's changing her diet. She loves unhealthy food as well. She loves kombucha. Like most people. But she did get tested already. Like she got some x-ray. I mean, see nothing, but yeah, it's more, I think it's, we'll see. Yeah. Let's see. So there's definitely a journey here with the singing bowls and how they kind of arrive. And I'm grateful. It's really hard to use Tibetan singing bowls live because they're not loud. And so you have to have good mics. You have to have a good acoustic. Yeah. That's why I have 4 microphones in front of me to operate. The breathing is very simple. Take your time to breathe. Enjoy. There's nowhere to go. Eventually you fall asleep. But it's about taking the time to enjoy breathing in and out. And here's the secret. When I start doing the music guides you on how to breathe without me having to tell you. That's just how we do in here. Because I learned how to speak using the singing bowls and all the flute. Naturally, you'll start doing this. In between singing bowls, you'll hear me do this. You'll naturally do it too. Because you're in sync with me. You're listening, you're participating, you're enjoying. So it's more organic. Which is beautiful. So let's do a little bit more singing bowls. Let me copy some. The bottom one seems to be more gentle. Is that too little? Let me know. You like it? You probably like to see it bigger. Okay, we'll keep it the same. Now you have to stare at my face every time. Thank you, Nutella. And welcome, Maplewood babes. One hour. See you on the other side.